a lot of people don't know what they have. So they just put up a random shoe.
Yeah.
And you contact the person. You pretend like you don't know what it is, but you want it. Yeah. So,
maybe just $50.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll say sure. Hey guys, my name is Jermaine, but people know me mainly as Phase2. I'm a sneaker collector from Alaska. I've been collecting for about 15 years, since 2002, 2001-ish, and I love collecting shoes that are kind of tough to come across. And I love backstory, I love design. Something about footwear just really makes me keep going, and I love shoes.
So, how many pairs you got? Do you know? Do you have a number?
So you're asking me how many pairs I have. I'd probably say around 600, 700, something around there. Don't have them all here, but yeah, roughly 700 pairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, which one is your first pair?
So let me pull this pair out. It's the it was hard for me to choose 5 pairs because I have so many that I love. But I figured this would be probably the most important pair. It's a general release Air Force One white orange from 2002, and I chose this because this is the shoe that really helped start me wanting to collect shoes. Before this, I collected nothing but white Air Force Ones, only low tops and mids. It's funny because now I don't even like mids. I like Air Force One highs. But back then it was all whites, and I didn't want to go, get any other color. But I saw this in Hawaii. I was in high school, 2002, and yeah, I wanted to get them because they looked so nice. So I got a pair, I beat them up, and later on I tracked down this pair to keep brand new. It's just a brand new, fresh pair to keep for memories. So
it's your first pair of shoes of your sneaker life, right?
That I really, really, really liked. I was nothing but white on white Air Force Ones before that. So 2001, it was white Air Force Ones. 2000, just white Air Force Ones, lows and mids. But I saw this in Honolulu, Nike Town.
Yeah, it's a Honolulu color, I think.
Is it?
There is a high school, either some green and orange.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. But regardless, I tracked down a pair that was brand new in my size, so I keep this one as a memory.
So will you wear it?
No.
No?
I'll never wear this shoe.
So did you wear the shoe you collected?
Yeah, they're worn. Midsole's yellow and everything. But this pair is just brand new to keep, just to look at. Pull out of the box and look at. It's so hard to choose 5. I've got so many pairs around me.
Second pair?
Paris Dunk SB. I was always a big fan of the Dunk, the Nike Dunk silhouette, the low and the high. I love the Co-JP City Attack series. All the Pro Bs before the SBs. I really loved SBs back in the early 2000s to mid 2000s, and this has always been a holy grail for me to get. And I was able to track this down a few years ago in my size for a good amount. So yeah, this is one of my favorite pairs in my collection.
Oh yeah. So we know that Nike is retroing Dunk SBs. If it's a low cut colorway, they will retro it in a high top.
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah. So if there is a high top Paris, will you cop it?
If there's a high top Paris, I will cop multiple pairs. But I would be mad and upset at the same time because I don't want them to retro the Paris because I own them. That's me being selfish.
Yeah.
But if they came out with a high top, I would definitely try to buy multiple pairs.
How much is this pair? Can you tell us?
I don't even know how much they go for now. I've seen brand new pairs go for $8,000 to $10,000 US dollars. Like, I don't even know. But it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the third pair. It's a Air Jordan 1 from 1985.
Oh, gee.
But it's a little different.
Yeah.
The Wings logo doesn't say Air Jordan, it says Nike. And the tooling's different. So it's shaped more similar to a big Nike, or not a big Nike. Like a Nike Dunk, or actually maybe even a big Nike. Little difference is like the tongue doesn't say Nike Air, it just says Nike. It's just a cool pair to have. I know there's not a lot of pairs floating around. They might have been testing a different leather compound because it's peeling on the vamp side panel, and regular other pairs from any other factory in '85 don't peel like that. So just a unique pair to have.
Yeah, it's
very fortunate.
Sample size.
Well, these aren't brand new; they're worn, and the stamp is worn off. So they look like they could fit me. I'm a sample size 9, but I've never tried them on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
The logo is special.
the logo is crazy because usually the Wings logo is filled in, but this is all hollow, and you see the bold outline around the Wings logo. So it's very unique. There's not a lot of these floating around.
Before you start the next shoe, can I ask you an actual question?
Yeah.
Knowing that your collecting sneaker journey has also evolved over years.
Yeah.
When you began collecting, I think vintage Jordans was one of your biggest things.
Well, that's why these are all different. I
Yeah.
have vintage, Dunk, Air Force One, and you'll see the other two, and they represent all of the different phases, for lack of a better word.
Great.
All the different phases or aspects of, my collecting habits over the last 15 years. So that's why I chose the 5, because they're all different. I love general releases. Like, a lot of these are pairs you could buy at a store. People will look over a lot of these pairs, and I love them. Like, I got pairs here that no one gives a shit about. And I wanted them so bad. And I don't care, because if they're worth $100, that's fine. They don't all have to be really expensive. You know what I mean? Like, if you love the shoe, you love the shoe. Who cares what anyone else thinks? So that's why I chose my 5.
Yeah.
Should we go on to the next one?
Yeah.
Please.
4th pair is a pair that represents me as a collector because I love Warriors pairs. I have about 15 different Warriors PEs, from Jordan brand PEs to Nike basketball. This is kind of a weird one. It's a Hyper Enforcer made for Steph Curry when he was still with Nike.
Yeah.
And
it's a general release.
No, this is a PE in his size promo tag. This never came out.
Because I remember I collect Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
There is a Russell Westbrook colorway coming out. Just like that.
Yeah.
Change color, but it's a general release.
Got it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to track down a Steph Curry Nike PE because he's now with Under Armour, and it's kind of a weird scenario. But even back then, I've always wanted to track down a Steph Curry Nike PE. But yeah, this was a hard one to find. I'm sure everyone all over the world wants a Steph Curry Nike PE just to have one.
Yeah.
I know he's all Under Armoured out, but it's kind of a unique pair to track down.
It seems like all your shoes, most of them are Nike, right?
Yes. Yeah, the majority of them are Nike or Jordan brand. I got a few other brands, but yeah, they sit in the closet.
So is there some special feeling, emotions about Nike?
Yeah, I mean, growing up when I was a kid, I was in a Nike household. So my late father and my older brother, they'd always play basketball, and like the Hair 7s or the old CB34 Barclays, and it was a Nike household. So that's why the majority of my collection is all swoosh. This is one of my top 5.
Can you also
that's fine.
Can you also talk about collecting so many PEs, but then on top of that, not only you're just getting the shoe, you also do a lot of research.
Yeah.
Prior to acquiring them, after you get them, you go online, get the pictures, try to make sure that this is something they wore or not having it shown in the public. Just talk about the whole process of the actual work of acquiring your shoe, that besides the transaction itself, that make it fun for you.
So it's tough collecting PEs that are game worn because a lot of times you don't know if they were actually game worn or not. Finding other collectors who are willing to let go of certain pairs is tough. But it's fun finding a game worn pair and doing photo matching, like looking up gettyimages.com, seeing where scuffs are on the toe or on the heel, seeing heel drag and where the vamp is bent, just all these random little nuances you do research on, and it's fun. Yeah. It's really fun. I love game worn cleats, Nike basketball, Jordan brand, all these player exclusives that are kind of tough to find because there's all these variations within one particular colorway, whether it be a home, away, or an alternate. They might make 4 or 5 different variations, one with like a higher collar, one with more padding on the collar, one with, a different outsole. There's all these different variations because, they're trying to figure out what the player likes, what the player wants, and, there's a lot of variations. And it's a thrill of the hunt.
Where did you buy most of your PEs? eBay?
You could find a lot of pairs on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta be lucky. You gotta know what to look for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pairs that aren't authentic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know what they have,
Mm-hmm.
so they just put up a random shoe.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
You contact the person. You pretend like you don't know what it is, but you want it. Yeah. So,
Maybe just $50.
yeah, and sometimes they'll say sure, so they don't know what they have.
Yeah, because it's really big.
Yeah, I mean they're not collectors. They might have a friend who works for Upper Deck and they don't know what they have,
Mm-hmm.
and they might have been gifted a pair, and yeah, that's how it is a lot of the times. But it's fun.
Mm-hmm. So here's the option. If you got a same pair, but one is game worn and one is brand new, which one would you like more?
That's a good question. If I had the option of choosing between a game worn pair and a dead stock pair,
Mm-hmm.
it would depend on the player.
Oh yeah, if it's a Warrior player,
Probably game worn.
game worn.
If it was like Brian Scalabrine,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it'd be a brand new pair.
Yeah.
But if it was someone like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or someone in the upper echelon in the league,
You want game worn, right?
I'd probably prefer game worn. Yeah.
Yeah, same as me.
Yeah. I'm a big Ray Allen fan, so I love gamers from Ray Allen. I've got a few.
So why your name is Phase2?
That's a good question. I get that a lot. This is before shoes. I was into like automobiles and car culture, and back then on websites, online forums,
Mhm.
it says, oh, you want to leave a comment? Create a username.
Yeah.
I wanted a username that was easy to remember, short. I didn't want, Jermaine 1234567 XYZ underscores
Yeah.
sorry question mark. I didn't want that. I wasn't into shoes. I was into cars, like the late '90s, early 2000s, and it just carried on into shoes. So all these other shoe forums like SoulCollector.com or ISS back then, Nike Talk, it's all just Phase2. So that's it. No real meaning, just something short, easy to remember.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so my last pair.
Last pair. Something special.
Yeah, this is number one in my collection.
Okay.
If you've been following me, this is always number one.
But
It's
you
not
have
going
to-
to change.
You have to guess the color because he might have multiple colors of the shoe.
Can you guess what my number one is?
I know the Phase2 box logo 23, right?
Close. It's the
Close.
same shoe. It's a 23,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a
Not
PE for my favorite player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Celtics?
Yeah.
Gold one?
No,
No.
gold.
So it's a green one, right?
White green.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite pair in my collection. The 23 is a beautiful shoe. All the little details behind everything.
Yeah.
Traction pattern, carbon shank, everything about it. A lot of people don't know the details about the 23. There's so many. The pattern on the side panel, I believe it was designed by Mark Smith, but it's just a bunch of M's and J's, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
A bunch of cursive M's and J's, and all the other variations like the All-Star 23 and the black suede. There was 3 different panels
Yeah.
with different designs. They all say MJ.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. The black suede has the triangle argyle, like the sharp.
Yeah.
If you look, it's MJ mirrored everywhere, and the All Star is a cursive MJ, and this is just kind of like a swirly round MJ.
So how do you like Mark Smith?
I've met him a couple times. Nice guy. Like we haven't really sat down and had a conversation with him, but he's a talented guy and I appreciate all his work.
Yeah.
He's a great. Yeah, I love all his work. Mid 2000s, all the lasering. His work on the Jordan 9 tooling on the outsole with the different languages. Yeah, Mark Smith is awesome. The 23 is awesome. One other design cue I want to share with everyone. You probably can't see it, but if you look straight ahead, the outsole is kind of shaped like the Jordan 20.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then this part of the toe box, or the vamp, the tip is basically like the Jordan 3. 23,
Oh, okay.
23, all 3 are designed by Tinker Hatfield.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but
That's my first time hearing the story.
what do you think? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I think. Maybe there is a elephant print one.
Probably, I wouldn't doubt it. Either that or
Sample,
they're
something
shredded
like that.
already or something. But yeah, all these little details everywhere in the shoe. And Ray Allen's my favorite player. I saw him wear these against the 76ers. I didn't see him in person. I saw photos and I watched some footage. But he wore these against the 76ers at home. And as soon as I saw him wear this colorway, I was like, shit, I need to get that pair.
So where did you get this pair?
I got this pair from another collector who loves Ray Allen as much as I do. And he was ready to part ways with it.
So how did you know he had this pair? He has this pair.
I knew through the shoe forums back in the day, 2008. So it wasn't, not sure when the social media boom happened, but yeah, this was in 2008.
So you remember that moment when you find a picture or something like that on the internet?
Yeah, I remember. Crazy. Well, because I wanted the shoe so bad that when I opened the box and I was able to get it, I was like, shit, you know, like I finally have them.
How long was the hunt?
Actually,
that particular.
The hunt for this guy wasn't even that long. I'd say 7-8 months. Because I saw him wear it, I think, in March of that year. And I tracked him down in December of 2008.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy how I still remember that.
Was that a hard conversation to have with the other guy to try to convince him?
It was
part
hard.
ways with it?
It was hard. But luckily for me, he had all these other Ray Allen pairs. And I had a couple pairs that he was missing.
Yeah.
And I was able to trade. So
Good.
it worked out in my
So
favor.
did you buy it or
It was a trade.
exchange?
I gave him a couple
yeah.
of other Ray Allen pairs, and he gave me this one, but it was worth it for me. So I eventually tracked the other Ray Allen pairs I gave him back. So that's fine. But yeah, this is my number one.